Welcome. Welcome to our orientation. This is actually week 5 of the program, and we're really excited to have all of you here. First of all, I want to say congratulations to you all as far as applying and getting accepted and joining. So congratulations to that, and thank you for deciding to accomplish something meaningful this summer. And I know it's not what any of your plans were to do this, but you know, sometimes you have to do what you can. So I said, I think it's great that you guys have been proactive to join the program and show that you are doing something meaningful this summer. Just the program, so what we're doing is actually, we're 1 week sprints. So we actually have been going on for a little while, but it doesn't matter. Every week is its own program. So it doesn't matter that we've been going on for a while, but just to let you know, we have had 220 people actually have applied to the program, and we've accepted and made it onto our leaderboard is about 70 people. And one of the major things we're gonna be doing is working on projects. And so far we've had 120 projects in the past 4 weeks. We have 2 weeks to go, but just to let you know, there's a lot. Now you can see a lot of projects that other people have done. If you start wondering, well, what should I do? What do I do? You'll see there will be a lot of examples for you. So again, my name is Lynn Mayo. I am a licensed professional engineer. I worked for 30 years in the engineering and management program. If you know AECOM, it was at the time the largest engineering company in the nation. And I said I was a vice president there. I decided to co-found RePicture a couple of years ago. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to give a quick overview of the company and the program, talk about what your assignment will be, the expectations. We've added some ways to make this more interesting, a leaderboard and awards, talk about some of the benefits of participating, where you can find everything you need to know, as well as this video, some other opportunities we have going on in Q&A. And really the goal is to really have you understand what the program is and to answer any of your questions. And again, a small group, so just interrupt me or any of us if you have any questions. It'll be, as a small enough group, we don't have to wait for Q&A at the end. We can do it throughout. So RePicture, we are a program we're developed to increase the interest in diversity in STEM and make very clear, when I say diversity, it's all types of people. It's men, it's women, it's every race, every gender, every issue, whatever. So it's really trying to really just tell the stories of STEM, science and engineering, in a way that is attractive to everyone. And we're doing that, I said, by telling the stories, so you can connect with professionals, you can connect with other students, you can learn more about different projects you work on, schools and companies. And our website, so repicture.com, that's going to kind of be the basis of what we're doing. It has been, I think, let's see, Cindy, I don't know what year in school, what year are you at? I think you indicated UC Berkeley.
I'm an upcoming senior, so this is my last 2 semesters. Yeah.
Okay, so last fall, Evan Veriano, Professor Veriano, he actually used it in his introduction to civil engineering class.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, so people in your civil engineers in your program have used it. It was used in Oregon Tech for an overall engineering program. It's been used in high schools nationwide. We've had about 10,000 views a year. So you guys are going to be, working with the repicture.com website, helping us build this. And I said it has been used past and will be used in the future at these schools. So we know that, as you all said in the introduction, we know that people's internships have been canceled because of COVID-19. Jobs have been canceled. It's no one expected to have this happen. And if you read what the industry leaders are saying, like, what should you do? We still have a bit of summer left. What should you do this summer if your internship has been canceled? And pretty consistently, what the industry leaders say is, show that you've accomplished something meaningful this summer. So when you do go to that job interview, when they do ask you, what did you do last summer? You have an opportunity to talk about, doing something meaningful. So again, it's unfortunate that internships were canceled, but we're trying to provide something that you can do, meaningful in your career area. So that's why we developed this program, the RePicture STEM Summer Resume Builder Program. And we are actually going to continue this into the fall in a modified version of it in the fall. So, but we're still in our summer program right now. And what you'll do, what's your assignment, what you actually do for this is help answer the question, what do scientists and engineers actually do? And I think one of you talked about, yeah, you want to specialize in structures, but not even sure like if that's what you want to do. Because, I as a civil engineer, when I graduated, I had no idea what, structural people did, water resource people did, site design type thing. So what we're trying to do is answer that question. What you're going to be helping do is answer the question, but what do scientists and engineers actually do? And we're doing that by basically telling the stories of the projects they work on. So, civil engineers work on bike paths, neuroscientists, on research about improved memory, and even things like mechanical engineers. You never really think about, like when you eat ice cream, you don't think about there's a mechanical engineer who designed the machinery that's making your ice cream. And so we're doing it, what you're going to be doing is really answering that question about what do scientists and engineers actually do. So what's going to happen is you're going to add your story, because you all have a story. You're going to identify a STEM project, and this is a STEM project that you can decide what you want to work on. And Catherine will give some examples of what other people have decided to study. You're going to research the project, and you're going to research, find out about the project, and then write about it and enter it into the RePicture.com website. And so how that information, what you're going to develop, how that's used, it's going to be used by school and college students to understand the different majors, to understand their career options and find that right career for them, relate their schooling to future work. So when you took that differential equations and you wonder, how would I ever use differential equations? I know now the answer to that. At least one person, a coastal engineer, uses differential equations for coastal modeling frequently. So if you like differential equations, coastal modeling might be an area for you. And then also you can see that you belong in STEM. So we're trying to show, all the different types of people in STEM. So more details. We're not going to, especially you all, your college students, you're starting to enter the workforce, and you probably know when you go to a job, they're not going to tell you exactly what they're going to do. What they're going to do is tell you, here's the manuals, here's what you need to read. We expect you to read it and use that to determine what you're going to do. So what we've done is on RePicture.com, we have a resources page that has all the details. It's a how-to guide. It's goes into some of the most common problems, where to get more resources. It goes into a lot of details. We're not going into those details today because we know you all can read, you all can follow the how-to guide. We're really going to just talk about big picture, what you're going to do, through this program, and but know that resource is available to you. So with that, Catherine is going to just go through a little more details of what this involves.
Okay, thanks, Lynn. So for your assignment for the next couple of weeks, there's two parts to it. The first part is to create a profile on RePicture.com that tells your STEM story. And the second part of the assignment is to research projects in your area of interest in STEM and add them to the RePicture site. So the first step is to create your profile. And here we have an example of Bryn. And as you can see, it lists her major and just some, like, her favorite quote or motto, and that can be of any interest to you. It doesn't have to necessarily be STEM. Like, we want to show that people have interests outside of STEM as well, and work experience, and then personal links, which is different social media sites. And then here's the bulk of Bryn's profile. And as you can see, there's a bunch of different prompts for you to choose from, and we kind of leave them fairly open-ended so that you can fill in and really tell your specific STEM story. And the second part of the project, the assignment, is to research and upload STEM-related projects. So for this, you have 3 different options. So for the first option, you have you can upload a project that you've worked on in class, or a lab, or some sort of volunteer activity that you were a part of, or an internship. And the second option is you interview someone who worked on a project. So if you have a professor that you like, you're interested in their research and you want to learn more about it, this can be a good option for you. Or if you have a family member that's in the STEM field that you're interested in, or you can reach out to someone on LinkedIn. And the third option is to research a project online that's of interest to you, and it can be any project that you want as long as it relates to STEM. And then this is Bryn's profile again, and these are projects that she's uploaded to RePicture. And the first project is one that she worked on in a lab class in college. And then she has some other ones that she also worked on in college. And here are some example projects that other people have uploaded. So Kay uploaded a project about her lab class in high school. Zach built an RC car and he wrote about it and uploaded it to RePicture. And here's an example of a project that I did in college that I found super interesting that I uploaded to RePicture. And then here are some other examples. And these are examples of projects that people have uploaded that are of interest to them. So Frederick, he wrote about Ghana's digital addressing system, and he's a computer science major. Caroline wrote about improving memory in mice, and she's a neuroscientist. And Taysir, he uploaded a water distribution project, and he's a civil engineer. So just to sum up the different projects that you can include a class assignment, a lab assignment, a student activity that relates to STEM, or some sort of STEM competition. So if you were a part of like Steel Bridge competition or something, you can write about that and upload it. Any kind of volunteer work that relates to STEM, or any internship that you were a part of.
So, and also anything that you're interested in. So one of the things that we have unique for engineers, especially I think all of you, 3 of you indicated interest in structures, and that is we have a number of AISC volunteers that have agreed to be interviewed about a project that they've worked on. So this is a way to start, building your network. So if you're interested in interviewing an AISC volunteer, that could be one of the projects that you research and write up. And I just want to show you how to do that. First serve, first come basis. So if you think you're interested in this, I encourage you to sign up today before all the slots are filled. And also we can better align you with your interest, versus your weight. We're starting, the slots are filling up. So I'm going to show you where to do that. So I'm going to go actually to the resources page here, RePicture.com. If you go to students under resources, is everything that you're going to need to know is going to be on this resources page. So this has the resources as far as the how-to guides, things like that. So under the resources, I believe this is where we have. You scroll down. Sign up to interview a structural related professional. So if you basically click this, you can sign up, and it'll ask you things like, what is your area of interest? And so we have volunteers in these different areas. So, indicate what area you're interested in, as well as if there's anything else special you'd like to know. You want someone. I try to basically team you up basically based on your interest as well as your geographic area. So if there is a structural engineer in your geographic area, I try to do that also. So again, I suggest you at the end of this, if you're interested in interviewing someone, sign up. And one of the requirements is after you sign up, we'll get you on the list. You then need to actually complete your profile to 75% before we're going to actually match you with the volunteer. And the reason we're doing that is that profile really tells your story. So it's going to be helpful when that volunteer gets connected with you, they know something about you. They know, why are you interested in civil engineering, what your background is, basically your story. So you can sign up today, and then once you're at 75%, we'll actually match you with a professional. The other thing to consider for these is, we'll match you with a volunteer, but you might also want to think about what professionals you want to ask to maybe get interviewed about a project they've worked on, especially maybe a professor or a person that they're interested in, you're interested in that type of work, but it can be kind of awkward just to say someone, oh, can you tell me about your project? Versus you say someone, hey, I am part of the summer program. I am researching and writing up projects. I'd love to talk to you about the project you're working on. And most likely they're going to say yes. And it's really an opportunity for networking with them. So again, we'll team you with someone, but also take advantage of an opportunity just to research with people. So this interview, the interview with AISC volunteers, is anyone interested in that?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Me too.
Okay, great. Yeah. So definitely go ahead and sign up whether we still have slots. You basically have the next 2 weeks to be able to do it in. But you want to start talking to the person as quickly as possible, because with their schedule, often you'll need a little time to schedule it in. So expectations. Again, the expectation is you're going to read the how-to guide. And I just showed you where the resources is. One of the guides is how-to. We expect you to read that resources guide. If you don't read it, nothing's going to make sense. So read the guide so you understand what's happening. The expectation is you're going to spend at least 4 hours a week on the program. And again, we have 2 weeks left of the program. Hopefully you join us this week. You can join us next week also. But if just for some reason you only want to join us this week, next week's, flexible. But what we found is typically you need 4 hours to basically do one project, do your profile of one project. But, if you want to submit more projects, there'll be some more time on that. But it's really flexible. You can spend the time as, the time that you need. And the other expectation is that you're going to do high quality work. And the reason you're going to want to do high quality work is because your information is going to be used by students, and high school and college students, to better understand civil engineering careers. Your peers are going to see it. And also really important is future employers are going to see the work you do. So we know that you're going to want to do high quality work because it's going to be seen by a lot of people. So what can you assess from that's kind of our expectation to you, what you can expect from us is, first of all, it's a free public website that you can use to demonstrate your soft skills and your technical knowledge. So you can put your information up there. You can let people know it's there. We're going to provide you opportunities to win awards. Some of these are sponsored awards that have different exciting prizes to them. We'll answer your questions and provide assistance as needed. There's actually another lady, Lauren, who's actually part of the group, and we will be very proactive in answering your questions. So you're going to assume and expect us to answer your questions. And you're also going to be joining the STEM community. It's a larger community. We had just had a discussion after the awards program that I think all of us would just really enjoy just hearing about people's different projects and their experiences. So you have an opportunity to join the STEM community. So what we're trying to do, you research these projects, we want to add some interest to it. So we're adding some interests by having this leaderboard and awards and prizes. And so what will happen is every week you will be able to see how people are doing as far as submitting projects and things like that. So this is the awards program. This is actually a screenshot from our pilot, but you can go onto that resources page and you can see right now, I think we still have up last week's. By tomorrow, we'll start transitioning into this week's. But you can see all the participants in the program. You can see the % complete of their profile. And that's, like I said, one of the things you're going to want to do is actually complete your profile at least to 75% so you can compete for awards, get an interview and things like that. You get points for each project that you submit, you'll get points. And not only for the project you submit, but if you put it on social media, because we assume you're going to be proud of your work, you put it on social media, you can get a point. If you do identify team members, you get a point. You can invite other people into the program. So if so we have one more week in the program. So if you know someone that might want to join the program, have them apply, make sure they mention that you helped them, and you basically get points for that. And then you get points for winning awards. So each week we then have total overall all points. What we're also doing is with the summer is actually having points based specifically on ASC, because they are a big sponsor of what we're doing. So you get points that we're accumulating specifically for them as well as total. So why would you want to be on the top of the leaderboard in addition to bragging rights? But the reason you want to be on the top of the leaderboard is each week, whoever's on the top of the leaderboard for that week, we arrange a one-on-one talk with a professional in their field of interest. And we'll try to get that as close as possible. So all of you indicated you're civil engineers, all indicated you're structural engineers. But if you're interested in forensics, you're interested in earthquakes, you're interested in bridges, we'll actually try to align an opportunity for you to talk one-on-one with a professional in that area that you can just, talk to them about career advice and things like that. So that's the reason you want to be at the top of the leaderboard each of the weeks. And again, you have 2 more weeks to be on the top for the summer program.
And just one thing to add on that too, even though you're joining with only 2 weeks left, each week the leaderboard actually resets, so you have the exact same opportunity to get like the #1 spot as someone who's been with us for the whole program. So that's just a nice way we're flexible as well.
Thanks, Danielle. So these are just some of our sponsors for the program. In addition to AISC, we have the Water Environment Federation. I think Young Members Forum of San Francisco, I think we're actually going to postpone them to the fall program. So they are, so hopefully you join us in the fall program, and we'll have the award sponsored by the ASCE Young Member Forum in San Francisco. So this is the leaderboard. This basically tells you what prizes are available. And again, I'm actually just going to show you where you get this information, because there's a lot of different prizes. So again, I went to RePicture. I'm going to remind you how I did this. RePicture.com, went to students, which you probably all know because you probably applied for this. And then I hit resources. And one of the things is awards and prizes. And this will actually list all the awards and prizes. I think we have, I don't know, 10, 12 awards and prizes on this week. And again, right now it's still listing last week's. By the end of today, we'll list this week's. But you'll see on here, we'll have the name of the award, who's sponsoring it, if it is sponsored by ASCE or different companies, the eligibility, the number of awards, when you have to submit it by. So some of these will be due by next Sunday, some will be due by the following Sunday. Then a description of it, the criteria, and then what you get, what's the prize. I can tell you some of the new awards. And each week we have a theme. So the theme this week is Unseen STEM, and the theme next week is Helping Others. And that last week, Helping Others, basically everything a scientist or engineer does helps others. So it's really a pretty broad category that almost everything can apply. So in our theme for the Unseen STEM, the awards we have going on right now is we have African Americans in STEM. So that's projects that were done by an African American. We have Dr. Mosey London has sponsored this award for a $100 gift card. We're actually extending that to, you have 2 weeks to do that. American Society of Civil Engineers has a similar award specifically for infrastructure in the DC capital area. Water Environment Federation is doing an award for water and industry. Their award actually is a national registration, free registration at their annual conference. So those are some of the awards, Unseen STEM, conservation. You guys should be interested in these awards, and these are the awards sponsored by ASC. And there is a steel bridge construction award, a seismic design award, an architectural exposed steel award. So I suggest you all go through those. ASC has given people 2 weeks. So you actually have 2 weeks to submit any of these. These will all be due on August 9th. And again, you can look at the details for that. We've already talked about the interviews. And again, they're sponsoring an overall winner of $100. So any questions on the AISC awards? Because I know you all should be interested in those. Okay.
I have a question about the interviews real quick.
Yes.
So in the sign up form, they do want you to provide a link to your profile, and they ask if it's 75% done. I just want to reiterate, is it okay that we're signing up and then we'll just complete our profile within the week?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It's a sign. Okay, yeah. So you're gonna have to put no, but yeah, it's okay to sign up. And then just, I encourage you to do it as quick as possible. Right now it says you need to submit it within a week, but since we're getting near the end of the program, I highly encourage you guys to do your profile, today, tomorrow type thing. But yes, you can definitely sign up, even though it says you have to have it, because we're at the end of the week, end of the program. I'll let you guys sign up without that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, great. And then part of that sign up, you'll see that we actually have detailed instructions on the interview process. And that's kind of help you and also help the person being interviewed to just, kind of have the same goals and stuff like that. So make sure you review that document also. And I don't know, Cindy, you said from Berkeley. I don't know if you live in in California.
I do.
Yeah, there you go. So whether you're interested in this, but if you know someone that may be interested in this is a great award that Zonexus is actually sponsoring an award where students in the San Francisco area will have the opportunity, the winner will have the opportunity to interview for a 1-week paid internship. So, and again, you all can apply, but also if you know any mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, computer scientists, robotists, it's the innovative application builder that just talks about having built something and they want to know what you built and the problem solving you went through it. So I highly encourage, if you know someone interested in this, have them apply. We're going to actually start doing immediate, maybe do daily orientations, or at least refer people to this video so that people can get in quickly, because that is due on August 9th. And then the last ones that I'm going to mention is we have this big data for social justice. So if you're interested in working with large data sets, there is an opportunity to do one regarding social justice. We give some examples of where you can get some of that data. That's a $50 gift certificate. We have, it's actually the first time we're doing this new award, and that's the best personal project. So Catherine had talked about, you can write up a lab assignment you've done, a homework assignment. You can write up, extracurricular activity you've done. We actually, if the best project write-up, you can get a $100 gift certificate this week. So encourage you to do that. And then if you're not interested in any of that, you can just do your best overall project. Just pick a topic you're interested in and do it. But again, since you're all structural engineers, I highly encourage you to do the AIC awards. Lastly, we'll have a drawing for the first 20 people that submit a completed project. You'll enter a drawing for $25. So encourage you to submit early. Okay, so why do this? Why do research these projects, write them up? And the first is what we already talked about. It gives you an opportunity to demonstrate to potential employers that you're proactive, you're self-motivated, goal-oriented. You could have spent your last 2 weeks of the summer, watching TV, streaming Netflix, going to the beach, but you've chosen to do this. So it's showing employers, the potential employers, that you're proactive, self-motivated. It improves your soft skills. 80% of the STEM professionals say that have answered this question on RePicture has said communication is one of the most important skills for their career. And often as civil engineers, we don't think about that, but it is an important, both for civil engineers as well as all engineers and even scientists, it's an important skill to grow. And you can gain technical knowledge about your career opportunities. So we're just talking to one of the ladies, one of the awards that was up today was about connectors, steel connectors. And they knew nothing about steel connectors, but they did research and learned about steel connectors. So this is an opportunity to learn more about a technical area. And lastly, it's a flexible program. Again, not 6 weeks left, 2 weeks left, but you can basically work around your schedule. It's also creating a page, a profile that you can then use on your resume or cover letter to link to really get more information about it. And I know this is what a lot of students are interested in, and even some graduates, some early career professionals are using this. When you have to do your resume, it's like, you know, you have to put like a sentence down about a project you've worked on. This actually, you have an opportunity, you can give in details what you did on a project. You can tell the other side of your story that doesn't show in your resume. So this really is kind of providing an opportunity for you to tell a bigger story for those professional people for job to go after. And then it is hopefully connecting you with professionals. Like talked about, it's an opportunity for network for professionals to ask about their projects. AISC, those projects are getting reviewed by industry professionals, and the water environment is actually industry professionals reviewing that. And I know, as I used to hire a lot of people out of school, and one of the challenges of hiring someone out of school is it's hard sometimes to differentiate candidates. You know, at that point, you don't really have a body of work that you can show. And so sometimes it's hard. You can look at GPA and you can look at extracurricular activities, but it's really hard to really differentiate. And I tell you what, if I had reviewed a project written by someone as part of this program, and that project is really well written, it really showed that they know this area well, I'm going to remember that person. And, you know, when they go to graduate, when they're looking for a job, you know, I'm going to remember that. So we're excited that we're actually having industry professionals, structural engineers structural engineers and other industry professionals are reviewing what you're developing. So it's really an opportunity to start to get word out, to start to network and let people know, you know, what great work you're capable of. And then lastly, like I said, you're joining a community, a larger community. We're excited to have you as part of the RePicture community. Okay, so Danielle's going to talk about what resources are available for you.
Sure. So first of all, on our YouTube channel, after we, edit out the front of this video, we're going to upload it so that you can refer back to it throughout the process if you have anything that you forgot and need to remember from this video. So our YouTube channel is called RePicture. Feel free to subscribe, and we have other videos on there as well that you can scroll through. So again, as Lynn showed a few times, to get to the website for the program, you go to repicture.com, you click the Students tab, and then you click Resources in the upper right-hand corner. I'm just going to go through a couple of the documents that you'll find on that website. So the how-to guide is going to be your go-to document. It basically explains the entire process of creating your profile and adding projects and addresses common challenges with that. The program calendar is another important resource that actually goes through, different events that we have. It's a really nice way to keep track of the different opportunities with the program, and that's also found on the website. There's a document called Finding Help that goes through the different ways that you can reach out for extra support throughout these next few weeks. There's also a leaderboard guide on our website that talks about how you can gain points on the leaderboard through adding projects, creating your profile, and inviting friends and sharing your project on social media. On our website, you can also find an available awards and prizes guide. So that goes through what awards are available each week and the grand prizes that are available at the end. It talks about the criteria, and I think Lynn went through that a little bit, but that's also a very useful document. And it's cool because they're all like Google Docs, so you can see a lot of the times there's other people on it as well. So that one's pretty popular, I could tell. And then there's a lot of Google Forms on the website too. So every time that you complete a project write-up, you're going to be submitting a project submission form, which is basically a Google form that you summarize your project in and apply for different awards. So that's also found on our website. And it's just a way for us to keep track of when you're done with your project and what awards that you want to be submitted for. There's also a peer voting form that you'll find in there that at the end of each week, we have a People's Choice Award. So you can look through what some other of your fellow participants are doing throughout the week and pick your favorite. There's a problem alert form. If you're having technical issues, you can fill out a Google form to notify us of that so we can, work on getting it fixed right away. And then we are also offering the opportunity for a one-on-one help session sign up, which I'll go into a little bit later, but that's also found on our website. So these are other optional resources that are available. Again, the one-on-one help session sign up. Basically, there are 30-minute time slots. They are every single day of the week, and you can sign up for whatever 30-minute slot is best for you. This is basically if you're having specific questions that, you can always email us, but if you want to talk things through, we will meet up with you one-on-one through Zoom, and it's basically, the same Zoom ID as this, and if you need any extra help, definitely sign up for one of those. I'm going to send a link to the GroupMe. So this is a way for me to easily answer questions if you want to, private message me, but we have a GroupMe with about like 70-ish people in it so far. So I'll actually manually add you guys in a little bit to that if you're interested in joining the GroupMe. You can also email us. I'm Danielle at RePicture.com, and Lynn and Catherine are Lynn at RePicture.com and Catherine at RePicture.com. So pretty easy to remember. You can always email us. We get back to people pretty quickly. And then again, with technical issues, you can fill out a problem alert form, which is found under Contact Us, I believe, in the program website. Do you guys mind private chatting me your cell phone number if you're interested in joining the GroupMe? Because then I can manually add you. So just in Zoom, you can do that if you want to join. And then as you're doing that, I'll go over a few additional opportunities we have. So we have a webinar coming up. This whole summer, we've had a RePicture summer program webinar series. And actually, this week's our last webinar. So it's about stress management and self-care for STEM students. So these are unprecedented times. And being a STEM student in general, I believe, is pretty difficult. So it's a new situation for everyone, and it's important to manage your, stress and self-care in a healthy way throughout these times. So hopefully this webinar will provide new insights, and it's open to the public as well. So you can invite friends and other people you think might be interested in hearing what they have to say. And it's going to be held on Wednesday from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So we hope to see you at the webinar. We also have a RePicture Community Social that is optional, and it's on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And basically, it's a way to informally get to know your fellow participants, expand your network, and discover the STEM paths of your peers. And then every Monday, we're actually going to have award ceremonies. So this coming Monday, we're going to have an award ceremony for week 5, which is this coming week. So we go over, we celebrate the awesome work that you guys accomplished throughout the week, and we present different awards. They're always super exciting, so I encourage you guys to come, and you can even check out our YouTube channel to view our previous award ceremonies to see what types of projects are award-winning, and you can even look them up on RePicture just to check them out and see great examples of projects if you're having trouble getting started. So our next award ceremony again will be a week from today at noon Eastern Time, and it's a nice time to celebrate the great work you guys have done so far this week. So staying connected, again, thank you for those of you who sent me your phone numbers. I will add you to the GroupMe. And again, I manage the RePicture Instagram, which is at RePicture Your Career. I encourage you guys to follow it. We're going to be featuring different students throughout the next couple weeks, and we're actually currently doing a feature on Black scientists and engineers in America, the hidden heroes, because a lot of the times they aren't as represented in American history as they should be. So we've been highlighting Black scientists and engineers on the Instagram as well, and we're going to continue to do that. And this program actually has its own hashtag RePictureSTEM, so you can follow that hashtag to scroll through people posting their own projects on social media, and it's super interesting. So I hope that you guys follow us on Instagram and follow hashtag RePictureSTEM. So a lot of information again. We'll just go through a quick summary here. This summer, creating your profile, and then uploading your own projects to your profile, and then researching and writing up projects of your interests and adding them to your profile. And then through this, you're going to be competing with other STEM students to win awards and prizes. And then this fall, the goal is that this information will be used by high school and college students in classes. And also, you can show it off as a unique entry on your resume. So it's going to be, and we're in the fall again, continuing a modified version of this program. If you guys enjoy the next couple weeks, it's again going to be super flexible. So we hope that maybe you can even keep joining us for the fall. So again, this is just a calendar. You can also find this on our program website, and feel free to screenshot it as well. Again, today was the kickoff session at 2 p.m., the orientation. Tomorrow we have brainstorming sessions at 4 and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Wednesday is our webinar about stress management and self-care for STEM students. Thursday is our social. And then throughout the week, you could just be working on your projects and stuff. And then on Sunday is when we have our project submission deadline. And that's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you're not able to actually submit a project, or maybe you submitted a project, you're working on a second one, but you can't finish it by the deadline, you can always submit it for next week and apply for next week's awards. So you can, have projects in process and not actually finish them by the time of 4 p.m. on Sunday, but that's going to be the deadline for this week. And then on Monday, again, the award ceremony at noon. All right, and so your next steps. So the first step is to join RePicture, which Lynn is actually going to share her screen and show how to do that. And then we'll give you guys a few minutes to do that on your own, just so we're all on the same page.
So again, if you just go to repicture.com, click on join, and it basically just answer the couple questions to join, and then give your first name, last name, username, password, join, and that's it.
Well, while we're waiting, we can just go through a couple more next steps. So these are a few different examples of awards for this week. So again, the criteria for these awards are in the awards at the available awards guide on our website. And you can also just check that anytime, and you can view even previous winners on our website to see examples of what award-winning projects look like. So you've joined RePicture. Your next step is to review the how-to guide, or else you might be slightly confused, but that guide really does help you get started in everything. So repicture.com/students to resources, and then you joined RePicture, filling out your profile, answering all those questions, finding a STEM project that interests you, researching, writing up, and adding the project to RePicture, and then tomorrow joining a brainstorming session with us, which is completely optional, but we recommend that you come to discuss with us maybe a few different ideas that you have so far. Again, you can email us at any time with questions. I am the student engagement manager, so it's my job to help you guys out. My email, again, is danielle@repicture.com, and I'm always happy to help, so feel free to email me at any time.
All right, so again, that was a lot of information, but we really want to give you the opportunity to show the employers you've accomplished something meaningful this summer. And again, we've tried to keep it very flexible. It's an opportunity for really figure out, which, within structural engineering, which area you're really interested in. So pick something. Again, encourage you to look at the AISC awards and submit under those, as well as other things that you might be interested in.